talented Afghan students will receive free education. Members of an all-female robotics team, known as the Afghan Dreamers, were evacuated to Qatar after their country came under Taliban rule. Qatari officials arranged the flight to Doha, where the young women have become residents at Education City. Qatar Foundation and the Qatar Fund for Development have partnered to provide scholarships for their subsequent studies. This same team traveled to the United States in 2017 for a robotics competition after getting visa assistance from then-President Donald Trump. In 2020, the girls, mostly teenagers, built a prototype of a low-cost, mechanized ventilator for coronavirus patients using parts from second-hand cars. His Excellency Donald Trump is a laureate of a Shining World Peace Leader Award and a Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion. Qatar is a Shining World Leadership Awards for Peace and Compassion laureate. Our heartfelt gratefulness, Qatar, for sheltering and sponsoring the budding and courageous engineers. May their successful endeavors promote equal rights and opportunities for the women of Afghanistan in the illuminating love of Allah.
Indian state experiences simultaneous outbreaks. Health authorities in Uttar Pradesh did not understand why so many people were suddenly afflicted with fever. Researchers eventually determined that two diseases are manifesting at the same time. Scrub typhus, transmitted to humans by mites, is a bacterial illness that can lead to inflammation of the nervous system and coma. Dengue, spread by mosquitoes, is a debilitating viral infection that can cause severe joint pain and internal bleeding. Together, the pathogens have infected thousands in India's most populous subdivision and killed more than 100 patients, at least 40 of whom were children. State officials are taking measures to raise awareness and control the twin flare-ups as hospitals reach capacity. Our hearts are saddened by the unfortunate challenges facing the spiritual citizens of India. We pray for their fortitude and all suffering to be minimized in the mercy of the Providence. Up next, university scientists measure sunlight's effect on water pollution. Let's take a moment to thank the data mining analysts who use statistical software to identify and evaluate data attributes that can be turned into insights for making better business decisions.
Academic engineers study photochemical transformation. As leaves and other plant debris in streams, lakes, and rivers absorb sunlight, energy is transferred into the nearby atmosphere, creating singlet oxygen. This reactive form of the element is then available to degrade contaminants in the water. Dr. Daisuke Minakata, Associate Professor of Engineering at Michigan Technological University in the United States, developed a reactive model to determine how long different chemicals take to deteriorate. With assistance from another professor and 2 graduate students, he tested 100 common aquatic pollutants and published the results in Environmental Science and Technology. Knowing the half-lives of specific impurities will help officials monitor and manage our precious supplies of fresh water. Well done, Dr. Minakata and team. May our world's natural resources be preserved for many generations to come in the glory of the divine.
Cycling Center transforms vacant London shop. Crisp Street Community Cycles recently opened in the borough of Tower Hamlets to lend bicycles for free to locals. The initiative is sponsored by environmental organization Habab, walking and cycling charity Sustrans, and popular Harka Housing Association. Children and adults can choose from a range of bikes or have their own cycle repaired at no charge. The center also offers lessons, advice, recommended routes, and guided rides to boost people's confidence, all for free. The UK government has endorsed cycling as a means to reduce carbon emissions, and by 2030 would like to see half of all local trips made by bicycles or on foot. Our compliments and gratitude, Crisp Street Community Cycles and generous support groups for making bike riding more accessible. As our lifestyles become more eco-friendly, we anticipate benefits to the environment, our health, and our pocketbooks, and heavenly upliftment.
Bus driver saves unaccompanied child. Calvin White, who works for Hampton Roads Transit in Virginia, USA, was at the end of his route when he spotted a little girl in the street. She was walking against the traffic, pushing a stroller with a stuffed animal in it. Mr. White stopped his bus by the side of the road and got off to direct cars away from the toddler's lane. He then approached and coaxed her to get out of harm's way with him. At first, they went door to door in the neighborhood, looking for the little one's family. When unsuccessful, Mr. White took the child back to the bus and waited for the police to arrive. The girl's mother was soon located and reunited with her daughter. God bless you, Calvin White, for your selfless actions. May all precious children be protected and lovingly cared for in celestial benediction. Coming up, leading German car company transitions to plant-based canteens. We will take a moment to watch the gorgeous sunrise and feel higher levels of gratitude for being on Earth.
Famous German dish gets a vegan upgrade. At Volkswagen headquarters in Germany, the cafeteria no longer offers traditional currywurst pork sausage topped with a spicy tomato-based sauce. The move is part of a company-wide commitment to stop serving meat from livestock factories by 2025. Some of VW's 48 canteens around the country already have animal-free currywurst on the menu, along with meatless burgers made from jackfruit and eggplant. Dr. Herbert Diess, chairman of the board of management of Volkswagen Group, firmly believes in the benefits of revising the firm's recipes to be more plant-based. He said, "Good food is important. It is crucial for the health, the mood, and thus also for the productivity of the employees. We applaud your forward-thinking strategy, Volkswagen. May industry leaders in all nations follow your example and promote more sustainable food options for their people in the light of God's wisdom."
Conscious Canine warns of pending disaster. It had been raining since 4 a.m. in the province of Cartago, Costa Rica, and Adrian Madrigal was in his workshop finishing some doors with his father and brother. Joa, Adrian's 3-year-old German Shepherd, was also there and suddenly began barking. When she refused to keep quiet, Adrian looked behind the shop and saw a flash flood heading their way. The 3 men and their best friend had less than a minute to get to higher ground before water washed through their workplace. Carrying away their tools and any loose material, the experience changed Adrian's perspective on life and his dog. I had a special affection for her, but now I feel an eternal love. She saved us. Your outstanding service, Joa, touches our hearts. May we humans be more attuned to the furry angels who safeguard our lives in heaven's loving embrace.